So welcome. It's Thursday. It's time for some gratitude, some thankfulness. And yeah, let's see. The goal of today, I'm going to do a meditation that I've done many times here called Gratitude for the Basics. And as we go through these different, aspects of our lives, see if you can notice any resistance. If there's any, I call them the yeah buts. Sometimes we pay lip service to gratitude and we can kind of roll through our list of, oh yeah, I should be grateful for this and I ought to feel that, but we're missing the embodied part. So gratitude is really something, the intention here is for us to feel it. When we feel it in the body, that's the signal that the brain has really activated that circuitry. And at the end of the day, that's the goal here, is to stimulate and activate that circuitry that allows us to connect with gratitude. The more we do it, the easier it gets for us to, frankly, live from that place. So gratitude for the basics. We all have things in our life that are just there and we are the beneficiaries of them. And the yeah but attitude, especially in the context of what I know a lot of people have been struggling with over the last couple of days, that yeah but may be really present, and see if you can notice it and nonetheless focus your attention on that. May be true. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe I don't want to overemphasize all the things I should be grateful for. But right here, right now, I can actually just notice this one sliver of my life in this moment. And you know what? I can feel gratitude for it. So let's start by closing our eyes. Give us as much time as possible for this practice today. Always starting off by dropping into the body. The reason we do that is because the body lives in the present tense. The body doesn't live in the past, doesn't live in the future, meaning whatever sensations we experience in terms of our heart beating or sounds we're hearing or the sensation of sitting in a chair, that is always happening in the now. That's why I like to start these sessions with getting in touch with the body, because it brings us into the present moment and out of this time traveling mind that many of us are prone to. And just take a quick inventory of the body. What's it like to have a body in this moment? Maybe it feels a little tired or achy. Just is what it is. Maybe it feels hungry. Maybe it feels really pleasant to be in the body right now. And just be with whatever shows up. And setting the intention to spend the next few short minutes really trying to stimulate a sense of gratitude for certain aspects of our life. The first one I want to bring us to is safety. And again, I'm not saying that safety is a catch-all for everything that's going on in our lives, or that there aren't moments where we don't feel safe. But right here, right now, in order for us all to be on this call, doing what we're doing, there is a foundational sense of safety. And see if you can acknowledge that and drop into really experiencing gratitude for the fact that right now we're safe enough to be on this call. remembering that this is not the case for a significant percentage of the population on planet Earth, many people that are not safe in this moment. And then moving on to what I call a functioning society. Again, I know for many of us, the mind, especially in the last 48 hours or even several weeks, has been worried about this idea of a functioning society. But putting that aside and just noticing right here, right now, for the most part, the society that we are benefiting from is quite functional. We're able to meet because we all have internet connections, we have electricity. If we needed to call 911, for the most part, we could access someone who would be willing to help. When we walk out onto the street, there are lines on the street and there are crosswalks and sidewalks. And this is all there for us to benefit from. Just taking a moment to appreciate that. Could be very different. It feeds really nicely into gratitude for basic infrastructure. Yeah, we can complain about the streets and the highways and the potholes and so on. And it's quite amazing if you just get in your car and drive around, to look around at all of the infrastructure that exists, street lights, highways, overpasses, stop signs, all of this stuff that got put there by countless number of people working to make all of that possible, and we get to benefit from it. My favorite infrastructure is showers. The fact that we can, having spent many years in the backcountry, always amazed me coming back to the front country and being able to walk into a room and turn this knob and there's this hot, clean water that just comes out of the wall. There's so many things like that in our life. And then thinking about communal spaces, parks, or benches, the sidewalk. Sidewalks are a kind of communal space too. And to whatever extent they're maintained, kept up, imagine all the people whose job or responsibility is to pay attention to that stuff. Sure, there might be some dog poop here and there that someone hasn't cleaned up, but for the most part, we live in a part of the world where we have a lot of very usable and practical communal space. how different our lives would be if we didn't have that. Another favorite of mine is access to food. We live in an incredibly abundant, a food abundant part of the world. Just think about the grocery store. I'm always amazed at the cereal aisle. Like, how many cereals could we possibly need? Apparently, lots of them. And there they are. You just walk in, pay money, walk out with an incredible abundance of fruits and vegetables and meats and cheeses from all over the world, and cereals and juices and prepared foods. This is not so for most of the world. Most people in the world, access to food is not even close to as abundant as it is for us. And then there's waste and garbage. I know I can complain about people littering and not picking up after their dogs, or for the most part, compared to many other parts of the planet that I've been to, we do a pretty decent job of dealing with our waste and our garbage. Here in Fairfax, it's Monday mornings early. I can hear the garbage trucks. I was trying to imagine who the people are that are driving the trucks and doing that work, and where the garbage goes. And again, it's this magical thing. I put it in the bin, put it out on the curb, and it just disappears. How different it is or would be when that doesn't happen. It gets pretty gnarly pretty quickly. And then last but not least, convenience. We live in an incredibly convenient part of the world, or in convenient times. The fact that we can all meet like this using our computers, Wi-Fi is amazing. I can pick up my phone and find a nearby Vietnamese restaurant and maybe order some Vietnamese food for lunch if I wanted to. Walk down the street and get a cup of coffee. Can easily return the package of whatever Amazon order I mistakenly got, the wrong size. Can just return it. We're surrounded by convenience. Just taking a moment to appreciate that. Take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale from the mouth. Relaxing your hands and the belly and your shoulders. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes, come on back. Yeah, hope that was useful. It's a reminder, I think, especially given all that's sort of happened in the last 48 to 72 hours, there's this tendency for the mind to fixate on all that's wrong and all the terrible things that are happening. And if we're not careful, we lose touch, I think, with this, with gratitude for the basics. So hope this is a good reminder, and hope you have a great day. Stick around for a while if you want to chat. Take care, everyone.